Hi, Colleen. We are live. Let me close out of some stuff here. I don't think I'll need it. I can open it if I do. And I'm about a minute early, Colleen. I'm going to see if I can get my Facebook on my phone. All right. And I have a typo in there, but that's okay. 12 days of making, guys. Hi, Marianne. So, let me play the intro and we will get started while people are coming in. And we're going to be doing 2 projects today, but today's going to go fairly quick.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday, hooray. Happy birthday, it's your birthday.
Yay, hooray, it's your birthday. All your birthday members, happy birthday. Hi, Mary Lou. And that is our calendar. We are sticking to the calendar so far this month. And it is in the pin post in the groups if you guys need it. Don't forget, you have a couple more days to get in on that Crafter's Choice $100 shopping spree. So grab that up and get in there. Don't forget to enter that AutoPress giveaway. I saw some entries yesterday. Good job, guys. Keep jumping on that. Make sure that you're getting in there. You can find all of those giveaways in the pinned featured post of the Facebook groups and on craftingwithapril.co in the Cricut giveaway tab. So make sure that you're looking there. Don't forget to shop the current sale. 12 days of awesome deals, guys. Make sure you are looking at all those deals. They are phenomenal. So make sure you're grabbing up that product. Don't forget to enter the group code Cuties. Let it sit in your cart. When it's eligible, it will kick in. And we are on day number 3. Hi, Louise. Day number 3. We're going to be doing 2 projects, but if you click on the holiday tab, day 3. Day 3 is make an ornament. That is the thing. You can make an ornament. You can fill it, or you can use vinyl. You can do whatever you want to the inside of it. It doesn't matter. As long as you make an ornament. You can use their file and make just what they made, or you can make your own. If you're an Access subscriber, you have the whole entire Cricut Access library to make from, guys. You can make from that library. What they're telling you, you don't have to use that SantaCam image. You can use any image that you want. All they're saying is this image, if you do not have access, will be free for you to cut during this 12 days of making. So if you have access, it's free to you anyway. If you don't have access, then some images are not free, but they are making an image free every day for you. Okay, just so everybody understands. So all we have to do is make an ornament. That is the theme. That's all we have to do. You don't have to fill it. You can fill it. You can use vinyl. You don't have to use vinyl. That's totally up to you. Okay, so I just wanted to reiterate that and make that clear. We had a few people that had questions about it. All right, so I'm not using their file today, but I wanted to show it to you. I'm going to be using my own file, so I'm going to go up to my projects, and I have my 12 days of making projects here, and we're going to be making both of these today. One, I had a photo because that was your little teaser. Hi, Kathy. And I don't know, could somebody tag Tina or let Tina know via Messenger? I don't know if she got her notification. But we're going to be making two. Guys, please, please, please do me a favor and go in and click on the hearts of my projects for these 12 days of Christmas every day. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, make sure you click that bookmark tab and save it, especially if you're not making it today, so that you can save it. It kind of creates like a make board for you and creates a bunch of saved projects. And that way you can get to them a little bit easier. And that's going to help you separate those out. Well, you're here, Kathy. That's all that's important. You are here. If you're on Facebook, I can only see your name because I can't. It's really difficult for me to watch two chats, but I really do try. Hi, Torianne, over on Facebook. I do try to watch that chat as well, but I'm trying to watch all the cameras and make and do all of that. So if I miss calling your name, I'm sorry, but if you give me a shout out and say, hey, I'm here, I will see it. If you have a question, type it in caps because it does say Facebook user. That will get my attention and I can look over there. So make sure if you're on Facebook, you're letting us know if you have questions. So today we are going to make a card that has an ornament that is detachable, okay? And we are also going to make an ornament that is fillable, if you want to fill it. But it's going to be made from paper too, so you don't have to go out and buy anything. You can make it from any paper that you have in your stash. And if all you have is white paper, you can do print and cut on it. So you can make a fillable ornament or you can make this detachable ornament. And we're going to start with that. This one's super easy. We're going to and this one is too, really, but we're going to start with it. I do have the link for this one in the description below the video. The one for the second one that we're going to make, I do not. So please go to my profile. My profile link is down below in the video. Go to my profile and it will be there when this video is over because I have to take my photo, put my photo in and all of that. We'll do that at the end. And so it will be available at that time. Hi, Diana. Oh, I forgot. Y'all hear Santa? I hear Santa. So fun and easy card. This is your envelope. This is the envelope, and I attached peace and joy to it. And it's just in writing. You can do whatever you want. And then you'll notice that this one is all by itself over here. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. That one does not have a score. It is not meant to have a score. These have scores. I left the score a little bit tall on these so that you guys could see it because they are print and cut. And remember, when you do print and cut, it's flattened and then you attach. You flatten your image and then you attach any writing or score lines to it. And it took me quite a while last night to do this. This is an old Stampin' Up! Layout, and I never did make it because my mother and brother got sick, and I just kind of set it off to the side, and I never made it. And I was like, you know what? It was dies and stamps and all of that kind of stuff, and I was like, I can do this in Designspace. So I made a layout for us here in Designspace, and I tried to make it really close and really similar using images from Designspace. And this is what I came up with, and it looks really cool when we put it together. And I did print and cut on this because I didn't want to deal with all these little bitty pieces, okay? And then you have this round piece back here, and I did stamp on mine, and the photo doesn't show it because I stamped it with a light green ink because I just wanted it to be subtle. And when it dried, the ink kind of vanished because I was too light with it, okay? So today's version, I stamped it with a little bit of red ink, but I stamped off so that it was lightly stamped and not heavily stamped. And if I don't like it, I can just flip it over. But you do not have to stamp if you don't want to. If you don't have stamps and you don't have ink, you don't have to do it. It will be just as pretty. Okay? I'm in love with it too, Marianne. I was looking at that card and I said, you know, I've got to do something. I can't just do a card because it's make an ornament. And I was like, I really want to do that card though. And because it just crossed my mind, and I was like, I never made that. I was looking at my stamps and dies and things like that, and I said, I never made it. And I really want to do that. And then light bulbs went off, and I was like, I can make that ornament detach to hang on the tree rather than gluing it to the card. So that's what I did. So you can go in there and you can, I would not change any of this because I just wouldn't. It took me about 2 hours to lay that out. And if you unflatten it and do a bunch of stuff, it might cause you problems. Now, if you want to change the color, you can unflatten it, change the color, but I wouldn't move anything. Detach the score line, and or either you can use this one and just detach it or unflatten it. And if you want to change up your color, you're just going to select that part of it, and then you can make it whatever color that you want to use. If you want to make your card more in a green theme or whatever, you can do that. And then I would just keep that hidden, so just in case it messed up. But then you're going to have to select everything in that group there and flatten it again, okay? Because it does have a shadow layer back there, and you'll need to get that and flatten those together. They do have to be flattened together. I'm just going to move this back because I'm not going to mess up this file. So this is going to be really fun. Really, really fun. Hey, Aunt Darlene. My Aunt Darlene is watching from Facebook. I love you. Hi, Nicole. So it's a lot of fun. And we're going to come in here and we're just going to jump in and make it. So easy. You're just going to cut it. You're going to send it over your mat and just follow your prompts. We did all that over the last 2 days. So you know how to cut. You know how to do print and cut. You know how to do writing and changing out your tools. So I'm not going to go over that today. We're just going to jump into making. Does anybody have any questions about the file? I am. So here is the card, and you can open it up, and it has that. But you can see it's 3D, but it does fit into an envelope. All you're going to do is flatten that down and slide it right into its envelope. Okay? And so it does flatten down for mailing. Super easy and fun. Hi, Tina. And then you can pull it out, and they're going to zhuzh it up a little bit by opening that up. But all you do is pull the ornament off. It is with magnets. Close your ornament and hang it on the tree. So you have your ornament to hang on the tree. And then your card is all nice and pretty without making it look funny. And then once they take it off the tree, they can just pop it right back into place. And I used a wired ribbon so that I could make it look like a supplement to the bow on the card just by pressing it down in the center. But you do not have to have wired ribbon. If you don't have wired ribbon, you can use whatever you have. This is just going to give you that extra little pop of sophistication on the card, I should say. All right. Super easy and simple. So you guys want to learn how to put it together? So guys, please go over to my profile and save this file if you have not. It's in there. I promise you it's in there. We're going to start with the envelope because I'm teasing you guys with this today. I'm going to move this out of my way really quick. I have, it looks like a bomb went off in here because I have so much going on. So we'll just set that right there so you guys can see it. We're going to start with our envelope. And I did a double-sided paper so that the inside of my envelope would have something pretty on it. Yes, you need those magnets. The link for the magnets is in the description of the video. They are very inexpensive. You get a ton of them. And you only need 4 for this card. Okay? You only need 4. You get like 100 of them. You only need 4. So you could basically make 25 of these cards with a pack of magnets. If you don't have magnets, Diana, you could use a small Velcro dot, but it will show on your card because I'm using magnets because I didn't want Velcro dots here once the ornament was removed. But you can get the magnets and do it, or you can do Velcro dots. The Velcro dots will work the same way as closing your ornament, but you will have them, they will show on your card. Yes, and I want to mention, guys, when you do your envelope, because this is the end that's going to open, you want to make sure that you put it on your mat with your pretty side down. But if it has writing or a pattern to it that matters, and I didn't want my bows to be upside down when they opened up the envelope, I didn't want those bows to be upside down should they land here. So you have to make sure that you put it on your mat with the top of your paper to the right, if that makes any sense. Pretty side to the mat, and the top or the right side of your paper to your right when it cuts, okay? And then it will, when you bring it up, it will be in the right direction. So we're just going to fold on all 4 of those score lines. And I did not make this envelope, just so you guys know. It was one in Designspace. And this one seems to be doing okay. But my other one, it felt kind of tight on these scores. But this one seems to be okay, so I don't know if it was just maybe my paper. But we're going to go right here on this inside edge here. This is the longer edge. And then on the shorter area, we're going to go on this edge so that we don't glue our envelope shut, but we get a good amount of glue on that seam. And you could always run your Teflon sheet or something down in there when you're pressing down your glue, guys, so if it does squish out, it doesn't glue your envelopes together. Just run a scrap of parchment paper or anything in there so you can press down, and any glue that squishes out won't damage your card. And this particular pattern didn't matter, but you can see my bows are upside down if I had that end. It depends on what end you want them to open it on, and I wanted the joy end there. And so we're just going to close up the bottom. And the envelope is done. Now we have our card base. We're going to fold that. And we're going to do our red panel. The red panel, now I did leave a good border on this one. I didn't want a tight border. I wanted a little bit wider because I wanted more focus right on that ornament rather than the edge of the card. So I made it a little bit, I think I went with a 1/4 inch. I might have gone 1/2 inch, but I think it was a 1/4 inch. Smaller panel. And you just want to get that on there straight and even. Make sure you're putting it on the right side of your card. And then this piece, do not glue this down yet because we're going to work off this piece. So we're just going to set that to the side. And this is where I stamped lightly on that one. And I'm just going to lay this out really quick to see And I did leave this longer on purpose. That way you wouldn't have to be fussy with it, and we'll trim that off at the end. So we're going to place that. I think that's about right. I think I had it at right at, let me put this on my mat so I can tell by my grid where I'm putting it. I think it was at 1 inch, but we're going to see. If I can get it to stay for me. There we go. And then this guy goes here, and it does hang off the edge a little. And this guy goes, you don't go yet. This guy goes here. This has your sentiment, joy on there. You can change that sentiment, whatever you want it to be. I think that I do like the stamping on that. What do you guys think? I like that. We're going to have this here. I like it. I'm going to leave it up because it's faint. And what I did is I just took my background stamp and stamped on my paper, and then I stamped off of it. And I thought that I saved that to show you guys. So what I did is I stamped my background stamp here just to get some of the ink off. I didn't want it that dark, and then I did not re-ink, and I stamped here, and then I cut my images. Okay? So you can see this one's a little blurred. I think I double stamped it, but I was just stamping the ink off. And then very faint. You can see it's really faint. And that was a My Favorite Things stamp if you guys need the link. You can, Diane. I would actually, what I'm thinking of doing on that so that they know to remove that is to do a small piece of vellum with the instruction in there and let that lay on the inside so they can open it up and enjoy the card, and then it will be a nice little surprise that they read to let them know to pull it off. But you could do that on a piece of vellum, and it would be so pretty because it will be light and airy, and it won't take away from the ornament itself or the card. So what I'm doing here is I need to make sure that I have enough room, and I'm going to measure this, guys, and see where I put it at 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches over. So we're going to start with this strip, and I am going to use my tape runner so that I can get this off of there should I need to. I want my textured side up, and I'm just going to tack it. I don't need a whole lot of glue because I'm not gluing it yet. So I'm going to come over here at 1.25 inches and put that on. Just tack it down so that it's there. And then we're going to put our green piece of paper. And again, I'm just going to tack this just in case I need to move it. And because I've stamped on mine, I want to make sure that that's reading straight. And we're just going to pop it down, give it about 1 inch, maybe 0.75, 3/4 inch from the bottom. And we're just going to tack that piece on. And now we're going to take our joy piece. And you'll see why we're tacking this prior to all of our gluing. In just a second it will make sense. And that is going to go right across there. So now we have all of those pieces. Now we come to our bow right here. And it's going to go over the top of my, I need the one without the score. They're all scored except one. Okay, that looks good. Your bow can hang over or not hang over, totally up to you. I'm good with that right there, so I'm going to tack this piece down as well. Right above the green. That's perfect. So now I have all of that tacked together. I'm just going to start gluing from the bottom up. I'm going to pull this off. Just kind of work it off gently. And I'm happy with that. And I had that at 1 inch or 1.25 over from the edge. That's where I put it, 1.25. So once you have it on there, straight, then that little tail at the end, you can just cut that off. That was just so you could line it up and have room to move it. And again. All right. So now I'm just going to do that circle about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom and glue that down. And then I'm just going to peel these up just slightly. And I'm not even going to pull the ornament off of there. I'm just going to put the glue on the whole thing here. Place it on there. So there we have it. There's our base. And now you can attach this to your card panel. And then we're going to place our bow down. I got glue on my fingernail. That's where it's at. I was like, I'm dragging glue everywhere. Glue eraser is a must. So we're just going to put a little glue on the back. And we're going to place it right on top of the center of the ornament piece. It's going to overlap a little bit, that's fine. Super fun. Now set that to the side, and these are the pieces you want to work with. You're going to, oops, I messed up. Don't glue that yet. We're good. Okay, I still got room. That's why I said I glued the top, but not this. We're still got our tape. I forgot. I almost panicked. I thought I glued it. But that's the purpose of your tape runner, so that you can get back up under there. Scared myself for a second. And get these as even as you possibly can when you fold that score and burnish it. You're going to do that to all 6. And you can also do this card if you don't want to do magnets and you don't want it to detach. You can glue your ornament right to it and it will still fold flat and go into an envelope. So you can do it 2 ways, detach or not detach. Is everybody with me so far? All right. So now we're going to do these in twos. All right, so I'm going to take one, make sure I get glue on the edge, and then we're going to take the second one, and we're just going to glue those together and keep the back. I just push them down on my mat and the ends even. Okay, just take my bone folder and rub over it, distribute that glue. Okay, so it should look something like that. All right, so I've glued the two inside pieces just to make it flat on the back with the seam. Okay, you're going to repeat that with the other two sets. Again, I just put them on the mat, get the backs even, and slide them so that the ends are even as well. You want that nice and even. And you can open it up just in case any glue squishes out on the side there, just so they don't stick. And then the third one. Marianne loves this card. Marianne likes a lot, but she's been carrying on about this card. She likes it. Nice and even. Okay, here's where the fun comes in. Now I'm using a wired ribbon. I got this at Michael's, guys, I think. Michael's or Joanne. Celebrate it. I guess that was Michael's. Marianne knows. She can glance at a ribbon and know. Where'd I get that? I think it was Michael's. So I cut mine, I don't know, this piece is about 6 inches long. That's probably a lot longer than you need. But I just folded it in half. And then I just wanted to make sure that I left enough. I'm just pinching it maybe about an inch down and opening that up and then pressing it down to see how much of a bow I will have when it's on my card. And that looks about right. Maybe go 1.25 inches, about an inch and an eighth down and pinch it. That'll be where you make that little bow, okay, with your wired ribbon. And all we did is just tuck it. We just brought the center right down to where our fingers are pinched. You're not gluing it. You're not doing any of that. And that just tells you where your tails are going to be, okay? I'm just pinching those tails back. And then you can straighten it out. But you're going to leave, let's see, about 2¼ inches between your tails. 2¼ inches right there, if it's opened up. Okay? So that tells me where I want to glue it. And I did it this way. Totally up to you how you want to do it. I used a tape runner, and I used one that was super sticky. This is Nuvo. And I just ran tape runner down that side. And you want to make sure that you get the tip of this too. You don't want it to move on you. Any glue out of there. Don't want any hanging on to the inside there. And then we're just going to stick that down in the glue where our tail starts. Okay? And I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to do the other side. Nothing special. If you want to tape it, you can most certainly put some Scotch tape over it in the center here. That's totally fine. But it's going to end up like so. Okay? Just so it's hanging up at the top. Get that more in the center. Just get them straight so that you have a loop right there at the top. You can open it this way and tape and do all that as well. Then you're going to take one of these, fold it back in half So a ribbon's on the front, a ribbon's on the back, and then we're going to, you guessed it, glue those. We're just going to place one on this side, keeping them even. I'm flipping it this way because I still have sticky tape on this side. Give it a good press, and then take your other one, and you're going to glue that one onto the other side. Again, make sure you keep it even. That's very important, guys. So take my bone folder and press it down. And then open it up in case any glue has squished out anywhere, so that you can keep it open while it dries. Use your glue eraser if you got some of the sticky on there like I did. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 7. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because this one is not glued together. So when it meets, then it's 6. Okay? And we're just going to open that up just like that. Now the next thing we need to do is get our magnets. Let me close up my glue here. Magnet placement is very, very, very important. And I use glue dots for this. They're just the small ones. So the first thing I'm going to do is get 2 magnets. Make sure that they're not stuck or anything. And I'm going to drop them. I want them to be together, okay? I want those 2 magnets together when I put this dot on there. And so I've got a dot. Going to get that glue dot on that magnet, and then I'm going to open this up, actually. And place it under, so you can see it, right up under on that ornament, okay? Then I'm going to drop that magnet on top of it. Very important. And then we're going to get this one. I'm going to make sure we got them the right way. Need another one right there. So I'm going to drop my third one on top of that, okay? Make sure I'm thinking to make sure I do this right. And so that one needs to be this way. Take it off, and I'm just going to lay it, oops, get over there. They're strong. You want it to be on top of that one. So you've got 3 magnets total, 1 underneath, 1 on top, and then I'm just sliding it off and flipping it over. And I'm just going to let it sit there for a second. And then I'm going to get my dots. I'm going to put a dot on this one. Doesn't want to cooperate. I'm going to drop it back on top of that one. Tweezers come in very handy for this. Get off my thumb, because those are super sticky. And I don't think I rocked that one. Going to now they're glued together. Flip it over. There we go. Just going to hold that one and drop that magnet behind it, okay? That way I know that these 2 are opposites and they will come together. I've got one under there, and that's my starting point. I drop one on top, just so that this is clear to you guys. Put one under, drop one on top. Drop another one on top of that and flip it over to this side. Flip it over to this side. Then lift this side up and pop a magnet under, let it just suck it up on there and let it drop that magnet underneath. That's going to tell you where your glue dots go, okay? So we're going to get this one and get another glue dot on it. I'm going to get it to release. Doesn't matter where they're at on there as long as they're on there. Then I'm going to lift that up and use my tweezers to put a glue dot under that one. Okay, so I have my glue dot under that magnet. With those on there, just like they are, I'm going to open up my ornament and we're going to line it up with that tip on the bottom and at the top, and we're going to stick those magnets down and pull it off. Now we're going to glue this the rest of the way down, okay? So once it's all on there, then you can finish gluing this piece down. It's not going to go anywhere. Get all along that edge. Good morning, Dolores. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Melissa. So now that's all glued in and your magnets are secure under there. Your magnets will just pop right on and it will stay. And then when you pull this off, those magnets will connect. Okay? Super easy. Super, super, super easy. Now another way that you can do it, it's totally up to you. Make sure your magnets are stuck together. Let me get to. That way you have options, because I know sometimes that people understand magnets different ways. Let me just say that. So I've got two here, and what I can do is they're stuck together. I can put a glue dot on both sides of that magnet. I can place that magnet in the middle of one of these sides, doesn't matter which side. I can just place that magnet in and then close it up. Then when I open it, my two magnets are there and they're stuck together, okay? Super easy and simple. Then you'll need to drop your magnets on top of these that you've got stuck in there. Let's see, I just lost one, it went flying. You can drop your two magnets there, and then when you slide them off, the glue dot goes on the bottom or the top, doesn't matter. Put it on the bottom, then slide them off, stick them under. But you need to have your glue dot on there so you know which side is getting stuck to the bottom of the onto the joy card, I should say. So there's a couple of ways to do it. Just make sure your magnets are working before you glue this piece down, because you can change it up until that point. So once you have your little 3D ornament, you put him on there, and then you can just zhuzh your little bow. I'm just going to hold him because those magnets will release, and make my little silver bow right there at the top. How stinking cute. And then can put some embellishments on there. I did some green on this, and then when it comes off I have a silver one at the top of that. Totally up to how you want to do it. I'm just going to do all silver on these. I'm going to pull that off. And we'll place one there. And let's see, need something there. Get a smaller one here. We'll do maybe a small one there, and I'll do another medium up here. So just a few little embellishments, rhinestones, whatever you have. And that card's complete flatten it down, and it will go right into the envelope. Super simple and easy. 2 birds, 1 stone, Dolores, you got it. This is going to be a lot of fun. I hope that you guys are loving this in the community. Please hit those hearts in that on that profile in the Cricut community on this one. Please, please, please. I got my pen stuck here. Now we're going to work on ornament number 2. And this one is fillable. Now, I made this one bigger just for camera purposes, but the one that's in the file, I forgot. I think the circles are 2.5 or 2 inches. I made these 2.5. I think they're 1.5 in there, and I enlarged it to 2.5 for the tutorial here. But you have 20 of these circles, and you're going to fold them on all the scores. Now, I score mine with the pretty side to the mat on my so that I can see the scores on pattern paper, because sometimes it's difficult to see. So you will do with your pretty side away from you, you will mount and fold everything with your pretty side to you. You'll valley fold them all. And while I'm folding these, does anybody have any questions about the ornament card? The Amazon link for the magnets that I used is in the description of the video. I'm loving this 12 days of making, and tomorrow's file I've already been working on is so stinking cute. But I can't tell you guys. I can't tell you what the theme is or anything. You'll have to wait till Cricut reveals. Then I can talk about it. This ornament here, the kids can do. It is a lot of fun. I did this. This is a repeat. I did this several years ago for, I believe it was Allison at Cricut. She asked me to make something, so I did. And I just did this one for our Cricut community. It was called Primrose Beta, and now it is our Cricut community. So this is something that I created way back then. Well, I didn't create it. It's been around for years. I just made a Designspace file for it. But super easy. There's just 3 scores on all your circles. And you're going to need a piece of ribbon, or I'm going to reuse that wired ribbon that I have. I've already got one tied, I think. But you need a piece, maybe about, it depends on your ornament size. I'm going to say, 4 to 6 inches long. You can make it longer if you want. And your paper. At this size, it needs 1 full sheet of paper and a smidge. You need another little piece. If you leave them at the size that's in the file, because guys, you can size this and make this as big as you want or as small as you want. This is so versatile, this file is. You can make these any size. And they're so cool when you do a bunch of different sizes on them. But the initial size is 1.5 inches. And this one's going to be almost twice that size when we're done. So we have all of these folded, and I've got my ribbon, and I've just got a little knot at the end. So you can make these up for the kids that can't tie knots and stuff yet. You can make these up ahead of time, and then let them go. Turn them loose and let them do this. You're working on the card from yesterday? All right, so we're going to take one of these, and with the triangle pointing up, I'm putting it on the right-hand side, and we want the triangle pointing up again, okay? So, or arrow up, however you want to explain it to the kids. triangles up. Okay, and you're going to glue 5 of these. 5 of them with the triangle up together. That's very important about the triangle. You're just going to bring these together. And you want to make sure that everything is glued nice and tight. I'm just trying to do this for time purposes. And I don't want you guys watching glue dry, so I think I'm going to go with tape runner. But I would glue these. Literally, I would glue them. Totally up to you, though, how you want to do these. So I'm just going to bring these in even. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th one, I want to take my ribbon and put the knot right there at the end. And then we're going to tape runner one of these triangles, or glue it, and bring this together. And it's going to create like a little dome. Okay? That's what you've got. Little dome, all the triangles to the top. Then you're going to take 5 more and you're going to repeat that. Okay? So I'm just going to triangles to the top. This is the Martha Stewart paper. I don't know if this is still available. And it doesn't matter which side that they make the triangle go up. I've got some of my ornaments upside down, some of them right side up. Doesn't really matter. The paper has little ornaments on it. So I'm just going to fold this one over and put tape on this 5th one. Put tape there, fold it over, and put tape on the other side. So tape's on both sides. And bring those together. And then when they pinch it, it's going to create that dome when they close that last one. Make sure you get them even. So now I have another dome. This is where your candies go in. However many candies you want to put in it, whatever kind you want, whatever yours will hold. I think this will hold all of these. So I did a chocolate covered cherry and 3 Ferrero Rochers in this one. And this is again at the 2.5 inch size on the circles. You'll want to ungroup everything, bring it, select everything, and put them in the center. And the reason I laid the file out like that, let me pop over and show you guys the file and why I laid it out that way. And it's to make it so that you can easily remember. So this is today's file. Let's go back. Let me go to my projects. And right here. And customize. And replace. All right. I have it laid out just so you know. You can do the up. I said up, but it's down and up. And this is just how you create your base, because when you flip it over, these will be down. But this is how you put it together. So you can detach these and or leave them like they are and just stretch it and make those circles the size you want. Or you can ungroup everything. I think they're in 4 groups of 5. Align center. Make it the size you want. But just remember, the top, all your triangles to the top, the bottom, your triangles to the bottom, and then you're going to rotate through the center. Okay? And so the kids may need a little help with that, the first one that they do, but trust me, they can get it. So let me pop back over to the overhead. That's why I laid that project out that way, just so it would be easy to remember when you peeked in that file next year because you forgot. So now I've got triangle up. Well, actually, doesn't matter. You can start up or down, but you just have to rotate. So triangle down, triangle up, and put it together. And then I'm going to put, that one's up, so this one needs to go down. So I'll put glue here. Oh, I did that backwards. That one's up. This one's down. There we go. I almost put it together backwards. And I'm not a kid. And then you're going to work off of this one now, not the top. You want to leave your scallops at the top and scallops at the bottom. So this is the one that gets the glue. And we're going to go with triangle up. Okay? Triangle up. Scallop down. This one will get the glue. And triangle down. The top of the triangle, I should say, is down. I think this tape runner is working better today. And we're going to go this direction. And if it helps them, they're creating a scalloped edge as they put this together. Whatever's easier for them to remember, right? Two more. This really is a very, very, very easy project. Okay, now I'm going to flip that over, and I'm just, well, actually, this is where you glue. It's going to be a little difficult for me to get all this tape runner on there, but we're going to try. I'm just going to put tape runner on every one of my open edges. Of course, you can, like I said, you can glue them. It just depends on how easy you want them to come open or not. So I am going to start, I'm going to take my candy out, and I'm going to start with the bottom. And it's, let me bring this one together. You're going to bring that edge together to make your ring. Like so. And then, oops, that's the wrong one. I forgot how it goes. Okay. There we go. It's going to be your deep side to the deep side here. So two triangles together. I think. I think I'm doing it right. You're just working it around. You want to leave one open. I do remember that. You want to leave one of them open. Okay, so before it gets too filled, I'm going to put my candies in there, and then I'm just going to start working this around. And then this one, you have to finagle it in there. There we go. And fold those back. Something's wrong. I put one of them in there wrong, but it should come together anyway. So I've got them all on there. I might have put it upside down. No, there we go. And then we're going to start working the top on. And just work it in. It's going to create a big ball. This one is very big. Like I said, it looks like it's not going to hold your candy at the 1.5 inch size, but it will hold a, to my best of my knowledge, a Ferrero Rocher. I did something wrong. I got one in there wrong, guys. It's going to form a ball. Do I have one too many? Maybe I cut one too many. No. I might have to go and refer back to my other video. Something's wrong here. This one, up, up. This one goes down. Bigger makes it difficult for me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supposed to have 5 sides on each one. Why do I have 6 there? 5. 5. I don't know what I did. I will have to look and see. I will have to tell you guys. I don't know what I did. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the bottom. Let me pull that off. Ah. I know this goes together because I've done it 1,000 times. I don't know where I got off here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the top. It really isn't this difficult, guys. I promise you it's not. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Up. Down. I pulled it apart differently. Up. Down. Up. Down. That is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why are you trying to give me a hard time? 1, 2, 3. I don't have any glue on that one. 4. Ah, there we go. 5. And then bring this one together. Yay! I knew there was a way. I knew there was a way. I had something off. So just walk them around and then bring them together. Fill it and then put your glue on the top, and then that's going to glue right on. And you can get a ton more in this one. So if you need a big one, again, I just did it big so that it would, so that you guys could see it on camera. The 1/2 inch, 1.5 inch size gives you a good size, and it will hold a candy or 2. I think I put 1 or 2 nuggets in mine. This isn't ideal, but there you go. Now it's round. I'm going to glue mine. I'm going to take this apart and glue it before I take my photos. Yeah, I mean, it's super simple. What I did is I made my ring. Don't make your ring. Walk the top around the 5 scallops and then do the bottom around the 5 scallops, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. And then fill it before you put your top on. That's all you have to do. But I am going to take my photos. This one ended up being about 4.5 inches, 4.75 round in all. But you can see that's a good size. So that could be for a good size one. I like to do them in different sizes and put them on the trees. They're very, very cute. But I'm going to glue this and then take my photos, guys, of this. But I just want to come back over so you don't forget. Once you make your project, you have to make your project, take your photos, and I will do it with this one because I don't have any in there. Come to edit your project details, add your photos, your third day of making, make an ornament, any description that you want. Yay, thank you, Crafting with April. Anything you want in there. Hi, Mama Bear. And then you want to do the very important step. You must do these 2 steps. You're going to do 12, type the 12, and you'll see 12 days of making. You must have that tag on your project. You must then save it, and you must make it public in Designspace. It is a must. Then copy your link, and we're going to do that and share it. And I'm just going to go back because I don't have my photo. You have to have your photo in there. Without a photo, I've got dust or something in my mouse. There we go. If you don't have a photo, it's not going to count. Okay? So let's go to my projects. I've already uploaded my photos for this one, but I haven't made it public yet. I wanted to give all my viewers and my Patreons first dibs on this file. Thank you, Mama Bear. And so I've got, you see my tags are in there. I've got printable, I've got cardstock, and 12 days of making. So I've done that. Again, put in your photos, put in your description, put in your tags. You can do just the one, but it has to be that 12 days of making, and then you're going to save it. Let's do, what did I miss? Let's do a card. Let me add another tag. And what about ornament? I forgot ornament. Let's put ornament. Is it ornament in there? Oh, I guess it is if you don't typo. An ornament. So we have that, and I'm going to save it. You have to do those. Make it public. Say okay. And you have a ticket entered. Then, just to show that you're participating and people are knowing that you're participating, click on your share button and copy that link or share it to Facebook or Pinterest. Make sure you set up your profile, and then you're going to take it over to Facebook. And let me slide over here, and you're going to paste that link. Very important, hashtag 12 days of making. 12 days of making is a must on those. And I'm just going to copy that because I'm going to post it in more than one group. And so I'm posting it there. And then I'm going to come over to my Cricutmakerprojects group, and we are going to post it here. Now my Facebook looks a little different from yours. I understand. Mine's because I'm an admin. And now we have it posted. So we posted it to Facebook. We've done everything that we're supposed to do. All right. And oops, I forgot to share it in a Cricut Official. I'm going to share it over there too. So you guys have everything you need. Again, you just need 4 magnets, 4 little card magnets. You get 100. If you shop that Amazon link, you'll find it. I put that in the description so that you can get all of your supplies. All right. Does anybody want to see the card one more time? We made our ornament. We also made a card. And then you're just going to open up to hang it on the tree. And then you can replace it. They can pack it away for next year and use it again. Goes flat into an envelope. Okay? They just have to zhuzh it up. I put this in the envelope. This one was in the envelope overnight, guys, and it's still zhuzhed up just fine without a problem. Oh, you guys are making me cold. Hi, Maria and Kathy and Dee and Denise and Carmen over on Facebook. It is, let's see. Right now it's 77 degrees here. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. See, yeah, you can get your Christmas card and your ornament, a little gift to them, all done in one. Make your fillable ornaments. And get them posted up in the group. Does anybody have any questions? No questions? You guys are quiet today. Yep, Diane, I'm in a t-shirt, shorts, and barefoot. Come on, Mama Bear. Come on down. Battery heated clothing. Okay, how to get into the 12 days, Dolores? Do you have two windows open, Dolores? Because that happened to me this morning. Let me go over. I had two windows open and it wouldn't pull it up on one. But yeah, you're going to get to it, guys. To see it every day, you're going to go home from the home page and click on holiday, and then it will bring it up and it will reveal the day that is current. Tomorrow is day 4. Facebook viewer, I love it. I don't know who said that, but thank you, thank you. I'm glad. Glad you guys are liking this one. Yeah, I had 2, because in case you guys didn't know, you can work on 2 DesignSpace screens at a time. You can have 2 projects open at once. What you do, and you're not going to be able to see it on the screen, but up above this bar here where it says Cricut DesignSpace and the version number, you're going to see on your computer Cricut DesignSpace, File, Edit, View, and Help. And if you go to File, it says New Window, and you can click on a new window and open up that new window. Now when I open this one up, notice, see, I don't get that bar. It doesn't come up on the second window. It only comes up on the one. But you can have 2 projects open at the same time. And so if you wanted to cut both of these projects at the same time, you could click on this one and customize, and then click on this one and customize. And then you can select all of that and copy it, and then bring it over to, minimize this window, and paste it. And then you can cut both projects at the same time. Just make this whatever color you want to cut it out of something different. Make it blue or green or whatever to tell you to change your paper. So you can cut both projects at the same time. I would not save it into there. That way you have two separate projects. But if you want to save it into yours, then you can most certainly do that. But you can copy and paste from one project to the other and cut both projects at the same time if you have more than one to do. Yours opens just like your first, Marianne. Mine doesn't. You saw that. I mean, I can go back now that if I close one, I can go back and it will come up and bring it in. Let me. Well, I thought I did. Let me close that one. Yeah, once I open the second one, it won't. I closed that one and now I can get back into the other one. Thank you, Diane. Diane's over on Facebook. I have a Diana and a Diane. Marianne, are you on, you're on Windows or a Mac? You're on Windows, aren't you? Maybe it's a Mac thing. I think there was an update and I haven't updated yet. You don't see holiday, Diana, when you click on that? It's right here where it says recommended for you. It's got those 3 little snow globes. The first day, I don't know if I just didn't click on it or mine wasn't there. I don't know. But I was having to go to the blog and then click on the 12 days to get over here. And then Louise told me that she's been clicking on that. And when I went back over there, it was there. But I could have swore, because I know I clicked on several going across and even looked at the end of the ribbon, thinking maybe there was something off. And I never did see this, but I clicked on a couple of these. But when Louise mentioned it, it was there. What did I just click on, Diana? Go to your hamburger menu and go to Home, and then click on Holiday. And that's going to bring it up. If you're in the canvas, hamburger menu, Home, Holiday. And then you have an arrow right here that will take you back to the main page. Did that do it, Diana? Yes, if you follow, I wanted to show you guys how to follow too. So you can come on here and you can see everything is here. But you see right here where it says Cricut Social. And then you can follow. And then it's going to come up on there. Whenever they release it, it's going to come up there. And you can see their 3 projects. So make sure you're going over to my profile as well, because I may do the same thing they do. And I may do something 100% totally different, but keeping the same theme. Because I don't want to do a Santa cam. I've done Santa cams for 5 years. So I didn't want to do a Santa cam this year. I wanted to do something a little bit different. And that's why I did this. So make sure you're going to my profile. Make sure you give it the heart. Make sure you guys click on that heart, please, please, please. And then click on the project and bookmark it. Bookmark it, please. But make sure you're setting up your profile, guys. Add a photo. Click in here and make it public. Put your name in there. Put a description about you, or you can leave that blank. That's totally up to you. Put where you're from. Anything that you want. And make sure you follow me. Please, please, please. Let me get you the link. That's how you get the link to your profile if you want to share your profile. If you want me to follow you, send me your profile link. I'll be happy to. But when you make those bookmarks, guys, that bookmarks it so that you can easily find the project. It's kind of like making a project board for yourself, where you save the projects, anything that you can put a heart in and that says that you like it. And I think a lot of people are overlooking that. Make sure that you're favoriting those that way, but also bookmark it. Come into the projects. Let me go back to my profile. And click those bookmarks. May go and bookmark a couple on Cricut Social, just so you guys can see. And I want to show you guys also, in case you've forgotten, let's go home. If you're looking for a profile, you can search it. Cricut Social. And it should bring up, if you don't see it, right down here at the bottom of the page. If you don't see a project or anything, a banner that says, same thing with mine. And you can unfollow or follow right there. So if you're not following me, you can type in crafting with April and search. And then if you don't see one of my projects, you might see one of my projects and you can save it that way, or you can scroll down to the bottom. There's one there. I think I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. And it will bring them up and right here at the bottom. And then you can follow that person. And you can view their whole profile. I've mentioned to them about moving that to the top because a lot of people don't know to scroll down to the bottom to see that, and it just doesn't show it. But you can see there are a ton of projects in here for you guys that I've shared. And I am releasing older files now, so those are starting to pop up in there as well. So if you've been there and you haven't been there in a while, here's the old one that I did right here. This is the one we did today. That's been a while. 573 people bookmarked it. So it was very, very, very popular. Okay? So make sure you're setting up your profile and sharing. You think so, Marianne? Maybe that's why it's on the bottom? Ah, yay, Diana. Glad you got it, babe. Awesome. Yep, super, super easy. Just click on those little snow globes. Home, the snow globes with the name holiday under it. Click on it and you're on the 12 days. And again, you can follow the Cricut Social and get there as well. Right, Dolores? Who has one window open anymore? I have like 15 windows open at all times. Sometimes I get lost sitting right here at my desk. All right, guys. I hope that you really, really enjoy this. I want to see what everybody does. Please pick your pattern papers, put whatever you want on your cards, and change up the colors. Do whatever you think you will like. If you're in love with these colors, then stick with them. So lots of things that you can do. Use different pattern papers and turn it inside out for your envelopes. It makes them a lot of fun. And again, it has peace and joy on there. You can take that off if you're going to mail it and do an address. But I would do it just like this and put their name on there, have the Cricut write their name, and then that would go inside a box or something that I was sending them. I wouldn't or a padded envelope. I probably wouldn't let that get machined. I would tell my postal that that's non-machinable. Pay the extra postage. And reminder, tomorrow, day 4, is Sunday. It is going to be at 3 o'clock so that everybody has time to have their lunch and get home from church, all of that good stuff. So we will be going live at 3 p.m. tomorrow instead of 1. And then on Monday at 1, all the way up until Thursday, and then Thursdays at 7. Sundays 3, Thursdays 7, and the rest of the time at 1. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Go make. Let's see those pretty projects. I'll catch you tomorrow on the next video. Happy crafting!